Good morning and happy Wednesday. I hope you're all having a wonderful day so far. I've been reading in the book of James, and there was a lot in the blog yesterday. A lot of verses that I asked you all to read, so I hope you did, because there was a lot of good things in those verses. Today I'm going to continue in James. It's about listening and doing what we're told in the Word. It reminds us in James 1:19-21. My dear brothers, take note of this. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. For man's anger does not bring about the righteous life that God desires. Therefore, get rid of all moral filth and the evil that is so prevalent, and humbly accept the word planted in you, which can save you. Do you realize when you accept the word of God in your heart, keep reading it and keep planting it in your life, it'll save your life when you hold to what it says? You can dig out of the strongholds in your life when you continue to do what the word says, but you have to hold to the teachings in the word. You can be free from your addictions, anxiousness, anger, unforgiveness, doubting yourself, envy, strife, fears, depression, and anything else you live with when you give yourself time and don't give up. When you continue doing what the word says instead of just reading it, it'll save our lives, just like James 1:21 tells us. Yes, it'll take a while to renew our minds. That's found in Romans 12:2, to make our minds obedient to what Christ would tell us. But when we start doing that and continue doing that, we'll find the freedom from the things of this world that used to hold us down and back. James 1:22-27 tells us, do not merely listen to the word and so deceive yourselves. Do what it says. Anyone who listens to the word but does not do what it says is like a man who looks at his face in a mirror and after looking at himself goes away and immediately forgets what he looks like. But the man who looks intently into the perfect law that gives freedom and continues to do this, not forgetting what he has heard, but doing it, he will be blessed in what he does. If anyone considers himself religious and yet does not keep a tight rein on his tongue, he deceives himself and his religion is worthless. Religion that God, our Father, accepts as pure and faultless is this: to look after orphans and widows in their distress and to keep oneself from being polluted by the world. So let's reread those verses and let's make sure we're listening to what those verses say, because if we don't do what the word says, God considers our religion worthless. When we look intently and keep looking intently into the perfect law that gives us freedom, we'll be blessed for it. And I don't know about you, but I want to be blessed. I personally have been able to find the freedom from the perfect law that gives it to us because I've learned to hold to what the truth in the word says. We have to learn to make sure and continually crucify our flesh every day, all day, because when we learn to do that and continue doing that, we'll be blessed for it. The freedom we've been looking for our whole lives comes from the Spirit that lives in us. And we don't know that because the enemy's always lying to us. But when we continue reading the truths in the word and continue applying it to our lives, our eyes will be open to the truth found in the word. When our eyes are open and we start learning the truth, we will find the peace, freedom, and joy we've been missing our whole lives. So do yourself a favor and stop letting your flesh rule and reign your life anymore, because your flesh is only destroying you. Make sure you're doing what the word says instead of just reading it, because that's when God can start using you for who he created you to be. Straight from God through Dawn Marie. Love you all and have a blessed rest of your day.